What's going on, guys? BriarRabbit here. Welcome to my unboxing and full review of the Polk Striker ZX headset for the Xbox One. I'm really excited about this. I really enjoyed the Polk 4-shot headset, except for one glaring fact, and that was the fact that the microphone was built into the headset and sounded awful. You can see they fixed that with this version of the headset. You can see it comes right out of the headphones there, so I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on this headset. So let's open this sucker up. The first part of this will be an unboxing. The second part will be the full review. Let's get into this thing here. All right, we got a little tape here. See if we can cut it with my very dull Swiss Army knife. There we go. All right, got this sucker opened up. Pull it right on out. And I like that color scheme already. I think that's pretty good looking. All right, I saw some paperwork here at the bottom. There's a dongle or a cable or something in here as well. All right, we've got register your product, full immersion gaming headset setup guide, and a USB cord. I think that's micro USB and regular USB on the side there. All right, and we've got, of course, our headset adapter for the Xbox One. This one is Polk branded, so it's not the standard Xbox One. I can see that that is clear there, so I'm guessing that lights up. It's got a mute button, volume up, volume down, kind of the standard buttons. I'm not exactly sure what these two buttons on the side do, but this thing's actually pretty nice. I like the buttons. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. I kind of like that. All right, let's take a look at the headset itself. We're going to have to untie it here. Let's get rid of the box. Take this packaging material off. Oh man, I kind of like the way this thing looks and feels. It's a fairly lightweight headset. Doesn't feel cheap though. You can see the the microphone extends out of here. That's a really cool design for the microphone too. You see it is flexible. It's kind of got like a metal coiled look to it. Slides right back in there. I really like that. Got some kind of faux leather here around the ear cups. Nice and soft. Very big ear cups. I like that. Plenty of padding up here. I would have liked to see that padding extend a little further, but hopefully we won't have any problem. Got a ton of lateral movement. Doesn't look like it's going to sit flat on your shoulders like some other headsets, but there's plenty of lateral movement. Doesn't seem like there's too much clamping force. Should be pretty comfortable. I like the look of it too. It's just a nice looking headset. It's very plasticky, but you'd expect that at this price range. It's about an $80 headset. All right, so that's what you get in the box. Let's use it for a bit, and I'll give you guys my full review. All right, guys, I am ready to share with you my review of the Polk Striker stereo headset for the Xbox One. I like to do these in 3 parts. I like to talk about how comfortable the headset is. If a headset's not comfortable, you're not going to want to wear it anyway. Then I'll talk about sound quality. Finally, I will wrap it up with connectivity and build quality. And at the very, very end, I'll also share with you a sample of the microphone. And I got to say, right off the bat, the microphone sounds awesome on this headset. So let's talk about comfort. I found this to be a very comfortable headset, especially for something in its price range. At $90, that's how much I bought this headset for. I don't know of another headset that's as comfortable. Maybe the Xbox One stereo headset that's actually made by Microsoft, probably in about the same league. I didn't like the kind of leatherette material. It just didn't feel nice, but it wasn't uncomfortable. I was worried about how little padding there is up on the top of the headband, but again, it never created a hot spot. It never got uncomfortable. There is not enough padding, in my opinion, around the ear cup. My ears did tend to touch the inside of the ear cup, but again, it never got uncomfortable, and there is a little bit of padding on the inside of the ear cup as well. So while I wouldn't give it like perfect marks for comfort, I would give it very high marks, especially for the price range. I found it very comfortable overall, and I was very satisfied by it. The ear cups are nice and adjustable, so they should fit in many shapes and sizes of heads. They don't fold flat, so you can't just kind of rest it on your shoulders like many other headsets, but you know, it was great. Comfort-wise, it was great. So let's talk about sound, and that is by far my highlight of this headset. The sound was amazing. For $90, I was shocked by how good these sounded. There was good bass, there was good mid-range, there was good treble. I listened to music. I played a bunch of Evolve on the Xbox One. I played some Destiny on the PS4. That's another nice tip, is you can actually plug in this guy right to your PS4 controller, use it on your PS4 or your Xbox One, even though they're branded for Xbox One. And everything sounded great. Explosions had nice boom sounds. Gunshots sounded loud and appropriate. It was great. I could hear footsteps around me. In Evolve, I actually found this was really useful. I could really locate where the monster sounds were coming from, and it really helped my team find that monster. So I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this. Music-wise, it sounded great. You know, it's not gonna compete with a $300 or a $400 headset, but for a $100 headset, it really does sound quite good. I was really surprised by the sound. I was really happy with that. Also, the mic. The mic sounds awesome. I love how the mic just kind of retracts, come right out of here, no problem. The mic also, you can hear yourself when you talk, which is a nice feature. It keeps you from talking too loud, you know, like you're screaming at the mic because you can't hear your own voice in the headset. It's a nice feature. And I really like that. I will say that while the mic was turned on, there was a very slight hissing in the headset. When I turned on the microphone here, I'll show you. The little connector here that plugs in, it's a Polk branded connector, but it's basically a Microsoft headset adapter. And I found it very, very useful. The buttons were great, but when I didn't have it on mute, I was able to hear a little bit of a hissing, but not when I was playing a game, only when I was like waiting for a game to boot up, it completely silent. So I would say, as long as you mute it, you know, when the game is not playing, or if you're talking to anybody, I would say that hissing is negligible. Like, it really, I tend to be a stickler about these things, but in this instance, I really didn't have a problem with it, because you could so easily mute it when you weren't using the microphone, and anytime you were talking to somebody or playing a game, you really wouldn't notice it anyway. So, sound quality, great. Microphone quality, great. I'm really excited about this headset, except for one thing, the build quality. It's a little bit like a Fisher-Price toy. It really is awfully plasticky. Now, $90, I don't expect, you know, all metal construction or anything like that, but it does feel very lightweight, very cheap. You know, it's got a toyish look to it and feel to it, frankly. It just feels plasticky. It feels like it could break. Haven't had anything break. It's just got that feel to it. I really like how the microphone is retractable. It operates in both modes. It doesn't actually like mute it or anything when you push it in. But I do really like how that works. You know, it keeps it flush. If you're just walking around the house with it connected to your iPhone, listening to music, it's nice to have that out of the way. You can also pull it out to make phone calls. So it's, you know, it's a really nice design, that is. It's a comfortable headset. It sounds great. It's a little bit cheap. It looks a little bit like a toy. Connectivity, you know, you just plug it into whatever you want to plug in. You can plug it in your computer. You can plug it into your cell phone. You can plug it into your Xbox One controller, PS4 controller, just about anything that has one of these connectors on it, and it's going to work fine. So overall, I'm really excited about this headset. For $90, I think it is one of the best headsets you can get in that price range, in that like under $100 price range. In my opinion, it really competes well with Turtle Beach's offering, Microsoft's offering. I think it's pretty much the best value out there for a $100 headset. I am a little bit concerned about the overall durability because of the plasticky construction. Hopefully we won't have any issues in the future, but I didn't have any issues while I was reviewing it, so I can't really, you know, mark against it for, you know, breaking, because I don't, you know, it didn't break for me. Overall, I'm really happy with this headset. I'm going to play a mic test for you at the end of the video. You're going to see it really does sound great. That's going to do it for this review. I really do highly recommend the Polk Striker. I think it's a great headset for the Xbox One. Does work for your PS4. Does work with your cell phone. Does work with your computer. You know, it's a really great little headset for a really nice price. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. This is a sound check of the Polk Striker microphone. This is a sound check of the Polk Striker microphone. This is a sound check of the Polk Striker microphone.